What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team of Filter.
I have to find a way that everyone understand my story, because when I speak in English, my German followers say I need to speak in German, and on the other side, and it's hard to find the best way, because I want that everyone can understand me. And yes, I only say in my other stories before that I was struggling a lot the last days, because Love Island Games was more than kissing and touching, and I make so much pressure on myself to make a good statement, because I want that the people see how I see this whole experience. And it's hard, and I don't want that people see it on a bad way, because it was so beautiful, and I want that people see it on this side.
If you missed part 1, please click the last video I uploaded before this one for part 1. In part 1, he talked about how they had some beautiful moments. They had deep conversations. She explained her life story and, going to school and working and all of that. And he's very sad that they cut all of that out and made it look like all they did was kiss all the time. And that was it. I mean, yeah, we did see a few moments here and there where the conversations, very brief. But for the most part, once that connection was established, every time we saw them, they were making out. Johnny been doing this forever, but he's like, you know what? I can take the hate. I can handle it, whatever. I don't care. But for her, he's feeling really bad for her. So if you missed part 1, go and hear what he had to say. He had more to say in this video as well. So of course, watch it. Thank you all for the support. But yeah, and as you can hear it in her voice, she's also so disappointed. And that's why some people were like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because you know what? My first season was cool, and I'm not trying to get bullied and go through all of that, all because producers wants to be messy and show me in a certain light without one care about my mental health. Okay, that after I leave the villa, when I'm getting dragged, getting death threats, because some of these fans do too much. Now what? Okay, oh, well, you signed a contract. I'm going to protect my peace, and I'm not going on that show. That's why some people turn it down. No one is saying you have to show everybody entire story, but the same way you all were able to spend all that time on other couples because in your eyes they were the it couple, you could have been fair as well. But then again, it's reality TV. That's what it is. I just feel so bad for her, but she'll be all right. Anyways, let's get into what Johnny had to say.
Right? And once again, let me preface this by saying there's no bad blood with anybody. I don't think anyone has bad blood on the whole cast. This is one of the most friendly casts I've been on post filming, because we all actually rock with each other. We've been at all the premieres together. I think only a couple people have missed them. That's because they're in different countries. But anyway, here we are. Let me go back to the beginning when I tried to prove my loyalty to Selly and Justine from the jump. Selly and I squashed our beef. Cool. Imani and I won first power couple. What you guys saw was me say to Imani when we had to choose to save a vulnerable couple. What you guys saw was, I don't want to see my boy Steph go home. And it made it seem like I was trying to save Steph, but that was not the case. Imani was on season 5 USA. She doesn't actually know Justine. She's cool with her, you know what I'm saying? They met, they're cordial, you know what I'm saying? They rock with each other in the villa. But I've known Justine for 3 years now, and Justine and I have gone out together over the past 3 years, you know what I'm saying? We're cool, you know what I'm saying? I don't hit her up every morning like, hey, you doing today, girl? But like, no, it's like I've been seeing her over the past couple of years. We've been cool. And Selly, we just cleared things up, just squashed our beef, or it's water under the bridge now. But after just having that conversation, I didn't feel like that was enough. So when Justine was in the bottom and I had the chance to save her, I told Imani, I said, listen, I hate to see Steph go home because I want to save him so bad. But I cannot pass this opportunity up to save Justine, to show Justine and Selly where my heart is right now in this game. In the very beginning, I need to show Justine and Selly that I got their backs and I'm rocking with Team USA. And that's why I saved Justine and Jack. Imani and I saved Justine and Jack. We had a mutual decision. All the decisions you make as a couple, it's on the two of you. But Imani said, listen, I don't know anybody in here. Please, just, it's on you. I was like, all right, cool. And that's why I said a whole speech. I said a whole speech that I completely cut out because, guys, I'm telling you, any part that made me look like I had a brain, they took out of the show. Swear to God. Ask anyone on the cast. Trust me. I'm a well-spoken guy when it comes to Love Island. But anyway, I spoke. I stood up and I was like, listen. I was like, anyone could have won this challenge today, but we were blessed to be the ones to do it. And now we're the power couple. As a power couple, we want to shine a light on another power couple, Jack and Justine. And we saved Jack and Justine. Justine thanked me, gave me a hug. Oh my gosh, Johnny, that means so much. Trust me, like, you're gonna, like, trust me, you're gonna know that means a lot to us. Selly thanked me. Oh my God, it means so much. You saved Justine for me. Da da da. I know that meant so much. Whatever. All right, cool. So then later on, when we did the Mr. and Mrs. challenge, and let me say this. Later on, if you're getting bored of it, go on scamper, get out of here. I'm telling a story because I got to put it on my page. I'm gonna save this live, so scurry. Anyway. What I'm trying to explain here is the fact that some people would say they were loyal, and they might have been, but some people said they were loyal through words, and other people proved they were loyal through action. And what do they always said? Actions speak louder than words. So in the beginning, I proved to Justine and Selly, they didn't owe me shit because I did this on my own accord, but I proved to them, or wanted to prove to them, that I had their backs. When it came to the Mr. and Mrs. challenge and Jess and I won, it kind of hurt me a little bit, but no bad blood. Justine and Jack put coins in my jar to make me vulnerable. EL and Selly put coins in my jar to make me vulnerable. So I was like, damn, okay, I guess that didn't work. But later on down the line, when Ray had a chance to prove his loyalty to me, he saved me and took me out of a vulnerable position. And I told him straight up, hey, when I get the chance, I got your back, bro. I got your back. So that is like how you prove loyalty in there. It's like you do it by action. When you actually take somebody out of a vulnerable position, you save them. And when Carrington and Ray and Jack were standing up there vulnerable and somebody was going home, it hurt me so bad. I mean, you saw me cry. Those were real tears. Genuinely, it sucked because when you go on shows, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, there's the interview process. There's like, it's months and months and months of preparation to finally get to this point when you walk in this villa. It's not like, hey, yo, Johnny, pull up, bro. Pull up in like 30 minutes and we'll start filming. No, it's like extensive like phone calls and interviews and all this shit, right? So you finally are here. You have to quarantine and then you have to wait to see when you're going in the villa, and it's all this shit, and you're trying to win $100,000 and you're trying to like just have a crazy life experience. So when Carrington came in, and then in 2 days, this man is vulnerable and he's standing next to Ray. And I told Ray, even though I've known Carrington much longer than Ray, Ray's my guy and he had my back. It hurt me to the core to end this journey for Carrington within 2 days, because I just know how bad that was going to hurt him. And I did it because I was loyal to Ray for saving my ass. That's what I'm saying. That is the loyalty aspect of the game. Even when it hurts you to do something, you do it anyway because you give your word. You know what I'm saying? That's why we stress the whole loyalty thing. And now back to the carnival games, when everything kind of blew up, right? In that, I can't speak on everyone's shit. I cannot, because I don't even want to get myself tied up into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm already getting every bit of smoke from all around the world. Every chimney of smoke is on my head right now. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to suffocate. But I will say, when it came to Ray going home, right? Look, Jack and Justine, they had to do what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? Both great people. Congratulations to the winner. But seeing this shit in person, I was shocked. Because when Mitch and Zeta were vulnerable for the first game, and then Courtney and Scott were vulnerable, I'm thinking, at this point, me and Aurelia are next on the chopping block. We are next on the chopping block no matter what. I'm like ready to go. I'm like, okay, no matter what happens, like, I guess I'm going to be dueling tomorrow. Fuck it. So, basically, Justine starts off and pies Ray and Imani. And I was shocked. I did not see this shit coming at all. But apparently there was some shit going on where the girls had some beef with Imani. And it was like on this, I don't even know where that came from. But I was shocked. I was like, damn, what the hell? And then people kept pieing Ray over and over and over again, and I was like, holy shit, where is this coming from? And that's when you guys see the whole shit where Courtney's saying Imani's not loyal, this, that, and the third, whatever. Everyone had their own reason to move, how they wanted to move, but that was crazy, to the point where when Callum was going, I was like, yo, Callum, bro, just pie me, bro, because I can't see Ray and Imani, you know, take another pie, because it was actually like sad watching, to be honest. It was pretty crucial. And when Justine and Jack got the gold heart, I'm thinking they're definitely gonna save Ray, because not only did the guys shake hands on it and the OGs just said, you know what, we're gonna make it to the end together and the best couple wins, right? We all want to give each other that chance, because we feel like if a new couple that just got here yesterday makes it, they didn't have to go through all the trials and tribulations we did from the jump to get here. So it's almost unfair, right? It's like someone, you know, it's like a football team starting in the fourth quarter and winning. It doesn't make any sense. You didn't have to play the whole game. It doesn't make any sense. Or it's like someone playing the fourth quarter. This is better. It's like somebody playing the fourth quarter for 1 minute and then winning MVP. It didn't make any sense. If a new person came in yesterday and we've been here this whole entire time, had to do all the challenges, all this shit, right? Didn't make any sense. So to see Jack and Justine save Mitch and Zeta over Ray, I was stunned. I mean, they got to do what they got to do. That's their decision. But I'm trying to explain to you guys why Ray was so hurt in that moment. It was crazy. You guys are calling him crybaby Ray and shit. Look, I told Ray, I was like, you did cry a lot, my guy. You cried a lot. I had one scene where I cried, and that was because I had to send my boy home, and that shit really did break me down a little bit. It really did. But look, Ray wears his heart on his sleeve, you know what I'm saying? And I think that it shows a strong man if you're not afraid to cry, especially when you're on national television, because, you know, he's not afraid of his emotions, you know what I'm saying? Isn't that what we preach? Isn't that what we preach, right? You want people to show their emotions? Hey, and he's an advocate for, I guess, people that are not afraid to cry. You know what I'm saying? Give him that. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that anymore, because that's all water under the bridge. Jack and Justine, they're the champs. And Jack and Justine and Ray and Imani, they've already squashed all their beef. It is what it is. But to be honest with y'all, this show was incredible. It was incredible. Literally for the whole entire cast, like we were saying it the whole entire time, we were like, yo, like, this is going to be 10 times better than normal Love Island. It has to be. It has to be. And like there was just so much like realness in it, and like the competition aspect and like just everything about it was just so much different than normal Love Island. And coming back and watching it all and, you know, seeing the finished product, yeah, I was a little bummed out that they didn't show my personality, because people genuinely think that I'm like this like brick that just goes in there and basically wants to just break girls' hearts, and I have no reason for my menacing actions or whatever. And there's going to be people that will continue to think that. There's people watching this that don't give a fuck about what I'm saying. And once again, I don't give a fuck if you care or not. It's just like, it was a little disheartening to see that they didn't show any of my friendships with the guys. And me and Callum were so close, man. That man is so funny. One of a kind. I've never met someone like him. Me and Ray, our friendship you know what I'm saying, was not that strong, not even close to as strong as it was before we got in the house. We met each other one time before, and it was in LA. But now, me and him are locked in. That's my guy. Toby, Steph, my guys. They were just with me for like 2 weeks. Stayed in my crib when I wasn't even here. That's how close this show got us, man. And they didn't show my friendships in the house. And that shit kind of sucked too, because I was ready to see all our antics and all our bullshit. But they didn't show that because I think really what it is like, if they would have showed all those parts of me and they showed a little bit more of my personality, it would have been a little harder for you guys to throw all this hate. And like I said, the hate, it spices up the ratings. You know what I'm saying? It spices up the ratings. So keep it up, y'all. But for the people that know me, just understand and believe that I genuinely do respect women. And the way that I went in there, I was not moving like a madman like it looks like. And I don't want you guys to think, the people that follow me and care about me, the ones that actually care to know the truth, I don't want you guys to think that I'm just this malicious, like, dog that just, like, shits on girls' emotions. I very much do care. And another thing, too, I didn't even know Jess cried on the show. Genuinely. Like, I did not know that she cried on the show, because the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, she was crying to Sally? Like, what? She never told me, genuinely, she never told me that she liked me that much. You know, she even said on the show she doesn't like to talk about her emotions. She had a conversation with Liberty. So we always have like very upfront, honest conversations. And our last conversation that we had, we friend zoned things. And, you know, I was really caught off guard when she snapped on me that way. And, you know, I took it on the chin, but like, yeah, it was just, I just want you guys to know, like, once again, the people that follow me and shit, like, I just want you guys to know, like, I'm not this malicious menace that just goes in there and just shits on girls' emotions, and I don't care, and I'm not transparent with that, I'm not honest. Like, I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to run away from being a player, because by definition, that's what I am. But at the end of the day, hey, it was a great show. The finale, you guys don't even know the half. We started filming the finale at 8 p.m. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but we started filming the finale at 8 p.m. And we had a 3-way tug of war. They chained all 3 couples going in 3 different directions in that ring. And we had to try and ring a bell. It was the first couple to 3 wins that round. And then the 2 couples that lose duel each other, and then the losing couple is out in the second round. If that makes any sense. But basically, when we did this 3-way tug of war, the first round, let me try and get you guys to understand how bad this was. The first round of this tug of war, first couple to 3, first round of this tug of war lasted 27 minutes. Think about how long 27 minutes actually is. 27 minutes. I've probably been talking for like, at this point, probably like 40 minutes. But 27 minutes, that's a whole episode of something. Of you just, everything you have, just trying not to let the other, like, this is the finale. This is the 100 grand. You're here. Everything, every fiber of your being, I've never in my life, and I did track all through college, football, basketball, everything in high school. Like, I'm telling you, I've been an athlete and I lift weights hard. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole entire life. The girls are screaming in agony. There's blood on their feet. Their toenails are falling off. It was crazy. My legs were completely locked up, just trying my hardest. We're screaming and shit. It was crazy. That's, watching this back, I'm like, how on God's green earth did they not, how did they not show that? How did they not show that? Because I'm thinking, this is the craziest shit ever. This is the craziest shit ever. And basically, 27 minutes in, they blew the horn. And they were like, yo, like, you guys are some warriors. Like, you know, obviously, nobody's going to win this. This is crazy. And, you know, now we have to change the rules. Now we're going to do 5-minute rounds. First couple to win 1 round advances to the next round, to the next duel. And here we are in the tug of war again. 5-minute rounds, right? We have weight belts on. leather weight belts with metal chains attached to them, and my partner's here with the same thing on, and we're both attached to the same chain, and both couples are in opposite directions. I'm talking, your guy right here pulled this shit so hard that I snapped the weight belt. The shit snapped mid-round, and they had to call it. Shit was OD. So they just said, you know what? We're done. Look, everybody advances to the next round, which is the balance beam shit. Everybody advances to the next round, and that's what it seems like to y'all watching the show in the finale. It seems like the balance beam shit was the first duel of the finale, but no, it started with the tug of war. The tug of war fucked all of us up. Like, it fucked all of us up. The medic had to tend to all of us because it was that bad. Aurelia, she had you can see it in the finale. She had a bandage around her whole waist because the weight belt cut into her skin. For weeks, I had abrasions and fucking scars on my hips from this shit. Crazy ass shit. It was ridiculous. So going into what you guys think was the first round, which is the balance beam shit, we were all fucked up. And basically, when I started out, the girls went first, and Aurelia jumps on me after her round, and my legs completely locked up because I was so dehydrated, and I had the worst cramps of my whole entire life. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten like a Charlie horse, but imagine a Charlie horse this big in several different places, this deep on your leg muscles, everywhere. Like, my legs were I could not even bend my knees, and I literally had Aurelia in my hands and dropped her because my legs locked up and I fell straight back to the ground. The medics had to come. They're trying to massage my legs out. They're like, yo, Johnny, you're next. I was actually the first one to go. They showed it like I was the last two balance beam, or the last two duels, but really I was the first to go. And it was right after my legs cramped up, right? So the medics were like massaging my legs out, and like everyone there was like, holy shit, Johnny's done. Johnny is done, right? They're like, yo, there's no way. They're thinking there's no way he can go through this. And literally the medics are there rubbing my legs out, and I'm like literally screaming in pain, like, oh fuck, like they're trying to rub the cramps out, and it's not going anywhere. I'm chugging Gatorades, I'm chugging waters. Yo, Johnny, like, listen, they were telling me, Johnny, like, if you can't compete, like, in the next 2 minutes, like, you have to be disqualified. And I was just like, no, please. And this is before you guys saw anything. This is before I even went. Before all this shit happened, this was happening to me. My legs were fucked before the balance beam shit. So literally, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can hardly even do it. And the medics came up to me and they're like, Johnny, they had to record me saying this shit. And I'm over here like, I'm up here, fucking, my legs were fucked. And I climb up on the beam. I'm like, fuck, come on. I'm like, I made it. Like, I'm in the finale. I'm like, I'm here now. Don't fucking give up on me, legs. Don't give up on me. And I'm like, please, come on, please. And we're nothing, right? But the medics come up to me and they're standing there, and they're like, Johnny, are your legs cramping? And I was like tears welling up in my eyes. I was like, no. And they're like, can you continue? And they're like recording me. I'm like, yeah. Are you sure? Are you sure you're not hurting anymore? I'm like, no. And that's when the whole shit started. Me and Callum actually went first. It wasn't Jack and Callum. It was actually me that went first. And it was wild. Me and Callum probably did that shit for probably like 10 or 15 rounds, because a lot of rounds were voided because we both fell off, right? A lot of rounds were voided because we both fell off, and it was just like super physical, super tiring. Like, I mean, I'm talking, Callum will attest to this, and so all the Islanders that were watching. Like, my guy Callum, he's a strong guy, you know what I'm saying? He's a rugby player, you know what I'm saying? He's swole. But like, I tapped into a whole nother domain. That's what I'm talking about. Like, this was the hardest shit I've ever done in my whole entire life. And I was so excited to watch it back. because I literally thought this shit was gonna look like a Creed movie or something. I was so proud of myself for pushing through this and beating both Jack and Callum in that, because it was against all odds. Like, when I fell down from what you guys watched, it looked like Callum just beat me or something, or he just hurt me or something, but that's not what happened. It was because I went into that duel basically incapacitated, and I somehow managed to make it out. And it just doesn't look like that challenging because it's only 3 rounds, and you guys didn't see the tug of war, all this shit, right? So after that, like, going into the finale, like the final round with me and Aurelia versus Jack and Justine, I mean, that was just anyone's game. I genuinely, when Jack got hurt, after the round was completely over, I looked at the bags we had in our zone. Me and Aurelia had 9 bags, but mind you, all the bags are different sizes, but they have different numerical values on them. And I looked over at Jack and Justine's, and they told us, they're like, yo, if they have your bags have to be completely in your zone. I looked over really quick, and like some of them looked like they weren't in their zone, but we didn't get much time to look at them. And they had 6 bags. And everyone watching, a lot of people watching, they were like, yo, Johnny, like, I'm like, yo, what do you think happened? They were like, when Jack when it was down and the paramedics had to look at him because he couldn't breathe, they told everyone to immediately clear the stage after we finished the round. Immediately clear the stage, so nobody could like really get a really good look at it. I was trying to look at it, and they were like getting us off the stage, and I'm like, yo, this shit, like, we're finally at the final. Like, no, we need to know the results now. But because Jack had to get taken to the hospital, we had to come back 6 hours later. Now the stage is completely cleared, and we just stand there, and I'm like, I talked to a bunch of people that were watching, all the other Islanders and shit. I'm like, yo, like, what do you think? Do you think I got it? You think I got it? And they're like, bro, you fucking got it. You fucking won, bro. Like, trust me, you won. And I'm like, no fucking way. So for 6 hours, here I am thinking I won the shit. Here I am fucking in the hotel. I'm showering like, damn, like, I fucking did it. I fucking did it. Against all odds, I fucking did it. And I know a lot of you guys don't think I deserve to be in the finale. You guys didn't think I deserve my spot in the finale. But my truth, and knowing what I actually went through, and knowing how I actually moved and how I communicated with all the girls and all the guys, I had a fucking hard journey in there. And any of the Islanders, I kid you not, will say that. I promise you. I had a very hard journey in there. And it made it seem like, I get it, made it seem like I was just breaking girls' hearts and stuff like that. That's not the type of behavior I want to promote. As a man, I don't want to promote disrespecting women. I genuinely don't. But I can't help how I'm being edited or shown. But obviously, I gave them what they needed. And that's just that. And I'm not gonna try and say, oh man, I'm not that, like, whatever. I'm a player, cool, but like, I don't ever want anyone that is a supporter of me, right? Let me just say this: anyone that's a supporter of me, I don't want them to follow how I acted on that show, because that's not really who I represent. That's me. It's me. But I don't want any of the guys that follow me or are inspired by me or anything to ever move like that Johnny moved on the show. Because what you need to do is be transparent and honest about your actions. Nobody's perfect, but you gotta try and do better than I was on the show, how it was shown. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, here I am thinking, holy shit, I fucking won. I'm like in the hotel, and I'm like, my body is fucking destroyed. My body's destroyed, but I'm just like letting the water run over me, and I'm just like, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I fucking won. And we come back, and the stage was cleared, and then we have both couples standing there, and the winners of Love Island Games Season 1. And I'm like, come on. Justine and Jack. And I'm just like, of course. I'm like, of course. And I look over at Justine, I'm like, Justine beat me again. But I'm like, you know what? I walked away from that shit so proud of myself, so proud of everything that I put into it, and, you know, just super grateful for the experience. So, you know, 100 grand's 100 grand. Hey, that would have been nice. But, you know, it's... Justine and Jack, they fucking deserve that shit. I'm not taking anything away from them. But in my head, I'm thinking, when they show that finale, why not tell us the numerical value of the amount that you had in the zone? Why not show us the bags on the episode? Why not count it out in front of us? I don't understand that. Jack and Justine won. They deserve that. I'm not trying to say that, but that's what I was thinking in the moment. I'm like, why the fuck? Like, why can't I know for sure? But they won. They beat us fair and square. And, you know, I'm genuinely just happy that I fucking was able to make it all the way. You know, when you're on these shows, like, you just want to get to the end. Just get me to the fucking end. Just get me to the end. But anyway, hey. Look, I think that I'm arguably, at this point, one of the biggest villains in Love Island history. So, that's, in a way, kind of iconic. You know what I'm saying? Could go down as a bad guy or whatever, but iconic. Yeah. I'd say that too. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to... Oh, so you said you sharing the money? Yeah, bro, I would have shared the money for sure. 100%. With Aurelia, 100%. It would have gone down in history. I don't think anyone has ever kept the money. So it would have made me the super villain of all super villains if I would have taken all the money. That would have been ridiculous. But nah, if I would have won that money with anyone in there, you know what I'm saying, you need to split that money, because even if you get all the way to the end and somebody just helps you win the finale, without them you wouldn't win the finale. So yeah, I would always split the money. Unless somebody really did me wrong. But I doubt it. But anyway, that's it for my Love Island recap. I don't really know what else there is to talk about at this point, because I went from beginning to end. I'm just giving my side of the story. I obviously still have other shit to talk about if you guys have questions, but I just wanted to give you guys my side of the story. Once again, not trying to boo-hoo cry about, you know, anything, because guys, genuinely, I wake up and I go on Twitter, right? And I'll just look up Love Island Games Johnny, right? You guys are so... It's actually comical to watch all these comments, because they got worse and worse and worse throughout the season. I'm talking... Let me call out some, honorable mentions, right? So, obviously, you guys know, the no-neck jokes, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a swole-ass neck. Look, genuinely, you guys are not missing with that joke, because, you know what I'm saying, I got a neck, but, my neck is really swole. When I get dress shirts, right, it's hard for me to button the top button. So you guys are not missing with that joke. But the no-neck jokes, you guys are running with that, and that shit is crazy funny, actually. And there's some other shit, it's just entertaining as fuck for me. You know what I'm saying? It's irritating. Some of them are damn, that's just not me. But at the end of the day, I genuinely know, I've done 4 shows now, and I genuinely know who I am, what I represent, and everybody that genuinely knows me in real life knows who I am. So that right there is why I can sleep at night, and why I'm okay with any hate that's sent my way because of reality TV, because my reality is my real life. And people that know me know who I am, know my personality, my character, how respectful I am, all these different things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, not claiming to be, but that's... Oh yeah, that's what it was. They said the more you play. Yes, someone said the more you play with women, the shorter your neck gets. That one had me fucking rolling. Shit had me rolling. Anyway, yeah, y'all, like, I've been on here for a solid hour now. I hope that you guys, like, got some insight onto, Love Island Games. Like I said, I kind of wanted to, like, keep my mouth shut for the whole season because I knew there was going to be a lot of drama and shit that was going to unfold. And, I kind of just wanted to, let you guys develop your own opinions. I didn't want to, like, really weigh in on it too much. But now, here's my side of the story. Here's my truth. You know what I'm saying? Take it for what you will. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And, yeah, I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys.
No wonder during one of their competitions, not during the finals, something completely different, the duel, like he would say, no wonder her face looked like this. And they try to downplay it on TV. Oh, it's just a tug of war. Oh, it's nothing. She was seeing something completely different than we were seeing, and that's why she looked like this. Thank you for shining the light on that. I understand you don't want to scare people away from the show. Yes, people sign their lives away so they cannot sue, but still seeing people bleeding and everything he just described, it's like, shut it down. There's no season 2. So Johnny just sat here and really exposed a lot of behind the scenes. And for them to downplay these competitions, you have people dragging them on Twitter talking about these competitions are nothing. This is Love Island Games. We get it. The love is mixing there. But where are the hardcore competitions? Based on what this man just described, wow. I completely understand you cannot show everything, but my goodness. Of course, Johnny did his best to not just come right out and say, hey, I think this thing was rigged. But read between the lines. The competition is over. We do not get to count our bags right there in front of everybody. Jack have to go to the hospital. I'm glad that Jack is doing better. But then behind our backs, you went and counted the bags and then came back and gave us a result without us being able to see it. And after everything he went through, absolutely, this man, say what you want about him, he have every right to ask these questions, okay? That doesn't mean that Justine and Jack didn't win. But if money is on the line, people are bleeding, and all of these things are happening, I get it. Jack had to go to the hospital, so I completely understand that part, and I'm glad that Jack is doing, well and better and all of that. But I completely see where he's coming from. But congratulations to Justine and Jack. Also, yes, they were vulnerable a few times, Justine and Jack, but they played the game on every level, even their social game. Him coming down to visit her, the both of them posting pictures, videos. I'm about to post part 5 of them being together. My suggestion is, if you are going to have something called Love Island Games and people are there to win money and also possibly find a connection, be fair. I understand, yes, you need a villain and all of that, but you cannot edit and completely show people in a certain light while showing other people in a certain light without providing context. That is completely wrong based on everything he's explained, if that's what really happened. And even though they were vulnerable a few times, you cannot take away the fact that when it mattered the most to end up straight into the finale without being vulnerable and someone having to save you, Justine and Jack made sure they won. And lastly, if you are going to show people reaction, please show what they are reacting to. I have said it over and over again that you can tell someone that what they did to you hurt your feelings. It's all in your delivery without being rude and disrespectful. So I'm not here for the way how some of them came at Sally and other people. I'm not here for that. However, trust me, it is deeper than what we saw, especially being a franchise that was almost shut down. Not the USA version, Now, you know where I'm going. So if this is going to trigger you, skip this part, okay? But Love Island was almost shut down because not only did the host, one of their hosts, I'm not going to put her picture on the screen, may her soul rest in peace. Not only did she take her own life, a few of the contestants did. So I understand you have counselors in place. I understand you have all of these people in place. However, when it is over and these people come home, they have life to return to. Yes, they're adults. Yes, they signed a contract, but then do not be irresponsible or in the name of ratings. Oh, we are going to show that they did this, but we're going to edit it and not show the real and watch people drag them, bully them where they are now, limiting the comment sections and all of that. But we made our money. The ratings was up. We good. Now, of course, I'm not excusing terrible people and bad behavior. If you're rude, you're rude. And if you are captured being rude, being a jerk, because that's just who you are, I'm not talking about those people. Absolutely not. I'm just saying it's when things have context, but they edit it in a way where people are being treated unfairly based on their edits, because that's not what really happened. And if people really knew what happened, they wouldn't be reacting this way. And then they sit back and watch these people get bullied, go through depression. Some of them even took their own lives. And then they say, okay, we're going to put counselors on the show. We're going to do this. What about when they leave the show? So production, do better. That's all I'm saying. Do better. I get it. You can't show everything. And I get it. They know what they're signing up for. But still do better. Anyways, once again, happy Thanksgiving. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. I'm not blaming the show or the franchise 100% for people making that decision. I'm just saying sometimes you never know where people are in their life, and the bullying and all of the things that happen online sometimes could just be the last thing that just might lead them to say enough is enough. So I'm not blaming the show 100% because you cannot control people coming online and attacking people and leaving disgusting comments. But why are they leaving those disgusting comments and attacking people? They are doing that based on what you fed them. So for the people who that's just who they are, they have to work on their behavior. But for the innocent people who are not really doing those things, but you're trying to create a narrative or in the name of ratings, that's the part I'm talking about. That's not cool. Make sure you provide context when you do decide to go down that road. Happy Thanksgiving again. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. The link to my main channel is in the description below, and also the link to my boutique website. Click that link, order some pieces, and support your girl. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.